Once the coal has been removed from the working section of the mine, about the size of a large room, the roof bolting machine, designed and built by FMC Corporation, drills holes into the ceiling.
Still got a cold, didn't go out much, so I've got very little to write about except for whatever I can think of the scrawl on paper. Couldn't get into rapping the chicks in this condition, nor did I get the job as a librarian in South Carolina, or the job as library assistant in the northern part of South Carolina, or library clerk in the southernmost part of northern South Carolina. Nor could I find a place to go in and order a toasted pecan roll in the northernmost portion of the northernmost part of southern North Carolina. All out, no more left. Have to wake up for group therapy. Gotta try to drag myself out of bed after 1 hour sleep so I can go to another aggression session. Or another group session, taking my time away from hanging around Northtown to cleaners or giving advice to strangers who come to me and ask, "Hey man, where the women at?" By trying to name every dress shop I could think of in Carlsbad Caverns National Park. It's a drag. Man, that's a drag. By the beard of the chief of the Ali Mohammadi, or Ali Mahmoudi division of the Dinarani or Haflang Bakhtiari Ruz, it's a drag. By the beard of the chieftain of the Lejmi or Lahmir Uruk or Lajmi Surak subdivision of the Dinaruni Haflang Bakhtiari Ruz, it's a drag. By the beard of the chieftain of the Serkulu, also known as the Serkeli or Sarkuli subdivision of the Dinaruni Haflang Bakhtiari Luz, it's a drag. By the beard of the chieftain of the Sahid subdivision of the Dinaruni Haflang Bakhtiari Luz, it's a drag. By the beard of the chieftain of the Gorui, also known as the Karui or Gukhrui subdivision of the Dinaruni Haflang Bakhtiari Luz, it's a drag. By the beard of the chieftain of the Sheikh Ali Wan subdivision of the Dinaruni Haflang Bakhtiari Luz, it's a drag. By the beard of the chieftain of the Noruzi subdivision of the Dinaruni Haflang Bakhtiari Luz, it's a drag. By the beard of the chieftain of the Kurkur or Kurkur subdivision of the Dinaruni Haflang Bakhtiari Luz, it's a drag. By the beard of the chieftain of the Tab subdivision of the Dinaruni Haflang Bakhtiari Luz, it's a drag. By the beard of the chieftain of the Baghiezi or Bulgari subdivision of the Dinaruni Haflang Bakhtiari Luz, it's a drag. By the beard of the chief of the Regiar Rebgi division of the Haflang Bakhtiari Luz, it's a drag. By the beard of the chieftain of the Malmali subdivision of the Ragi Arabgi Haflang Bakhtiari Luz, it's a drag. By the beard of the chieftain of the Barjuni subdivision of the Ragi Haflang Bakhtiari Luz, it's a drag. By the beard of the chieftain of the Tahmas Khani subdivision of the Ragi Haflang Bakhtiari Luz, it's a drag. By the beard of the chieftain of the Shimani subdivision of the Ragi Haflang Bakhtiari Luz, it's a drag. By the beard of the chieftain of the Nazir Gomar subdivision of the Ragi Haftlan Bakhtiyari Yud Drag. By the beard of the chieftain of the Salurshin subdivision of the Ragi Haftlan Bakhtiyari Yud Drag. By the beard of the chieftain of the Sarjuni Hassan Khani subdivision of the Ragi Haftlan Bakhtiyari Yud Drag. By the beard of the chieftain of the Mezmullah Shafir Khani subdivision of the Ragi Haflang Bakhtiyari Yud Drag. By the beard of the chieftain of the Mullah Haji Khusru subdivision of the Ragi Haflang Bakhtiyari Yud Drag. By the beard of the chief of the Ulaki and Mal Ahmadi Haflang Bakhtiyari Yud Drag. By the beard of the chief of the Salaki, also known as the Zalahi, or Salak Laflan Bakhtiyari Yud, it's a drag. By the beard of the chieftain of the Mamivan, Haftalan Bakhtiyari Yud, it's a drag. By the beard of the chief of the Lek Haftalan Bakhtiyari Yud, it's a drag. By the beard of the chieftain of the Yash Shirahi, Haftalan Bakhtiyari Yud, it's a drag. By the beard of the chief of the Kurudi Haftalan Bakhtiyari Yud, it's a drag. By the beard of the chief of the Kundursi, also known as the Kundursi Kizunurzi or Kizutari subdivision of the Chaharlan Bakhtiyari Yud, it's a drag. By the beard of the chieftain of the Mohammed Jafari subdivision of the Kundursi Chaharlan Bakhtiyari Yud, it's a drag. By the beard of the chieftain of the Papa Jafari subdivision of the Kundursi Chaharlan Bakhtiyari Yud, it's a drag. By the beard of the chieftain of the Pusina Kul subdivision of the Kundursi Chaharlan Bakhtiyari Yud, it's a drag. By the beard of the chieftain of the Hussain Sufi subdivision of the Kundursi Bakhtiyari Yud, it's a drag. By the beard of the chieftain of the Ariwan subdivision of the Kundursi Chaharlan Bakhtiyari Yud, it's a drag. By the beard of the chieftain of the Yarkala Kharjat subdivision of the Kundursi Chaharlan Bakhtiyari Yud, it's a drag. By the beard of the chieftain of the Birun subdivision of the Kundursi Chaharlan Bakhtiyari Yud, it's a drag. By the beard of the chieftain of the Burhuan or Burkwandi subdivision of the Kundursi Chaharlan Bakhtiyari Yud, it's a drag. By the beard of the chieftain of the Asisafti subdivision of the Kundursi Chaharlan Bakhtiyari Yud, it's a drag. By the beard of the chieftain of the Sheikh Saib division of the Kundursi Chaharlan Bakhtiyari Yud, it's a drag. By the beard of the chieftain of the Tembir Tipi subdivision of the Kundursi Chaharlan Bakhtiyari Yud, it's a drag. By the beard of the chieftain of the Karivan or Garikhwan subdivision of the Kundursi Chaharlan Bakhtiyari Yud, it's a drag. By the beard of the chieftain of the Istagi subdivision of the Kundursi Chaharlan Bakhtiyari Yud, it's a drag. By the beard of the chieftain of the Ghatiwan subdivision of the Kundursi Chaharlan Bakhtiyari Yud, it's a drag. By the beard of the chieftain of the Sadata subdivision of the Kundursi Chaharlan Bakhtiyari Yud, it's a drag. By the beard of the chieftain of the Kaheli subdivision of the Kundursi Chaharlan Bakhtiyari Yud, it's a drag. By the beard of the chieftain of the Samani subdivision of the Kundursi Chaharlan Bakhtiyari Yud, it's a drag. By the beard of the chief of the Mahmud Saleh, also known as the Muhammad Saleh, Mahmud Saleh, division of the Chaharlan Bakhtiyari Yud, it's a drag. By the beard of the chieftain of the Musaini or Munzal or subdivision of the Mahmud Saleh, Chaharlan Bakhtiyari Yud, it's a drag. Speak English. Directly centered over the canteen stand that was in the exact middle of the stretch was a clothesline of dirty underwear attached to two police helicopters at an equal distance, but perpendicular to the stretch of canteen stands. The area the clothesline covered was known as the stretch of stench. Darn it, smell nice in this weather. Then came a bunch of kids playing tug-of-war with a piece of clothesline with dirty stretch socks dangling down. These stretch socks weren't clean in ages, you know. We call them stench socks. Stretch socks, once you stretch them, you also stretch the stench. You can't sketch it. Even for an artist, it's hard to sketch the stench. So stretching it as you stretch each individual sock is about the only other thing you can do with them. You smell them. Smell the stench. It's like catnip. The aroma takes you where it wants you to go. And the yellow pages under zip codes of Chicago, northeastern Illinois area towns, is the name Aroma Park. I forgot what zip code it falls under, but the name happens to be there. That's a main thing. Think happy thoughts while under the spell of the stench. Under the spell of the smell of the stench. Utterly spellbound and smellbound. You gotta think happy thoughts so you float away to Never Never Land.
with Peter Pan, Wendy, Mike, and John, but not Harry. Lou Reed's songline. I've been told he's getting bold with I think that's the name they use, I'm not sure. So that's a happy thought you've got in mind. Peter Pan is getting bold with Wendy, Mike, and John. Ain't that something? You know, you're not supposed to think that kind of thought. You're supposed to open up the want ad section and start calling up places on the phone to look for jobs. Phone out of order. Line broken down by the telephone pole vaulters. Nearest phone to this whole area is 40 miles away. It's a big city, but people are still using all the other phones. Every time this guy wanted to use that phone, it seemed like everybody else using them at the same time. I'm unemployed and have been unemployed for the same length of time that I've been jobless. You know, the unemployment problem is mainly due to the phenomenal problem of joblessness. If your name was Fred Fetter and you repeatedly kept saying your name over and over again for 40 days and 40 nights just because you kept telling job interviewers your golden dream was to be able to visit the village of Vivnik. Oh, Vivnik. Beautiful, beautiful Vivnik. And years later, you're in this unemployment line that goes through the curled up giant-sized tuft of Dennis the Menace type hair on top of the head of one of the women in group therapy, which is held in a Conestoga wagon, formerly used as a combination vegetable truck bookmobile. They used to have everything but figs and black Zante currants, but had bluebird orange juice once a year at 3 to 5 p.m. on the fourth odd-numbered Saturday only. And you parked right next to the left little toe of the owner of Norrtown the Cleaners. That would be a drag. Is it a drag for Fred Fetter? My name's Fred Fetter. Yeah, man. That's a drag. By the beard of the Lord Skinko of Tikkun of Swaziland, it's a drag. By the beard of the Lord Gu, it's a drag. By the beard of the Lord Nielsen of Jonstrup, it's a drag. By the beard of the Brun or Lord or Squire Hansen of New Orth, and Oz, who was also Skivs Hoovsmon and Lanesman of Ockerhus, it's a drag. By the beard of the Lord Pedersen of Sam, Foss, and Sus, who was also Brun of Vitterleget and Lanesman of Bergenhus, it's a drag. By the beard of the Lord Lang of Sufle, Brunlag, Fritzu Strum and Aggersvold, it's a drag. By the beard of the Lord Hansen of Foss, it's a drag. By the beard of the Lord Brockenhus of Ellinge, it's a drag. By the beard of the Lord Huitfelt of Sandstrup, it's a drag. By the beard of the Lord Bassa of Von Sussul, it's a drag. By the beard of the Lord Bassa of Gurumvold in Horms, it's a drag. By the beard of the Lord Bassa of Bunev, it's a drag. By the beard of the Lord Bassa of Tibetan and Skavang, it's a drag. By the beard of the Lord Bassa of Bigum and Lur, it's a drag. By the beard of the Lord Bassa of Tibetan and Gersness, it's a drag. By the beard of the Lord Owning of Skorborn, it's a drag. By the beard of the Lord Voss of Gerumborg and Gersness, it's a drag. By the beard of the Lord Voss of Skutholt, it's a drag. By the beard of the Lord Lunov of Overcleet, it's a drag. By the beard of the Lord Bassa of Celeburg, it's a drag. By the beard of the Lord Kass of half of Celeburg, it's a drag. By the beard of the Lord Bjerre of Urup and Eskeburg, it's a drag. By the beard of the Lord Owning of Volhor, it's a drag. By the beard of the Lord Voss of Sulip, it's a drag. By the beard of the Lord Fripp of Uland, it's a drag. By the beard of the Lord Bassa of Chala, it's a drag. By the beard of the Lord Bassa of Hornip, it's a drag. By the beard of the Bishop of Beagle, it's a drag. By the beard of the Lord Bulls of Shirzo, it's a drag. By the beard of the Lord Willows, it's a drag. By the beard of the Lord of Menan, it's a drag. By the beard of the Castel of Menan, it's a drag. By the beard of the Lord of Maturan, it's a drag. By the beard of the Castel of Maturan, it's a drag. By the beard of the Lord of Ingleson, Renus Skew, it's a drag. By the beard of the Lord of Leveya, it's a drag. By the beard of the Castellan of Muzeka, it's a drag. By the beard of the Castellan of Muzeka, it's a drag. By the beard of the Lord of Montaberg to Lodder, it's a drag. By the beard of the Lord of Moraleva, it's a drag. By the beard of the Skerniskal of Mersled, it's a drag. By the beard of the Castel of Mersled, it's a drag. By the beard of the under sub-Seneschal of Flanders, it's a drag. By the beard of the Lord of Lowell, it's a drag. By the beard of the Lord Goldmitz Von Sever, it's a drag. By the beard of the Lord of Morrill, it's a drag. By the beard of the Lord of Mosser, it's a drag. By the beard of the Castellan of Mosser, it's a drag. By the beard of the Lord of Munta, it's a drag. By the beard of the Castellan of Munta, it's a drag. By the beard of the Lord of Zilbeck, it's a drag. By the beard of the Abbot of Enema, it's a drag. By the beard of the Castellan of Nanville, it's a drag. By the beard of the Lord of Nevela, it's a drag. By the beard of the Lord of Nieuwkerk, it's a drag. By the beard of the Castellan of Nieuwkerk, it's a drag. By the beard of the Castellan of Wethoven, it's a drag. By the beard of the Lord Van Nep Proost, it's a drag. By the beard of the Lord Dup, it's a drag. By the beard of the Lord of Ninove, it's a drag. By the beard of the Constable of Ninove, it's a drag. By the beard of the Lord of Valda, it's a drag. By the beard of the Lord of Riespelgi, also known as Riespelgi, or Rupi to Holdamap, it's a drag. By the beard of the Lord of Noyella, or Noyel Sudol, it's a drag. By the beard of the Lord of Carlavac, of Mont Saint-Louis, it's a drag. By the beard of the Lord of Oregum, it's a drag. By the beard of the Lord of Vemalaka, it's a drag. By the beard of the Lord Van Berg, it's a drag. By the beard of the Lord of Oosterzel, it's a drag. By the beard of the Advocate of St. Bertids, it's a drag. By the beard of the Lord of Richelda Mindel, it's a drag. By the beard of the Castellan of Schelde Windica, it's a drag. By the beard of the Lord of Nast and Rumigny, it's a drag. By the beard of the Castellan of Oosterzelle, it's a drag. Hitchhiking on this Weaver show, it's a drag. I'm slowly about to sink in the tar when some little kid with a tricycle comes up and says, "Oh, give me a ride." Too hot to move. Took a snooze for another hour. Woke up again. This time with the back of my pants coated with melted tar, but no feathers. So I wasn't tarred and feathered. Just tar, that's all. Finally got a ride on a motorcycle to the corner where the payphone was. It happened to be a drugstore. Would you believe the owner's daughter is the daughter of a father who owns a drugstore? I don't know, would you? I don't know, would you? I don't know, would you? I know, would you? Nope, would you? Nope, would you? Whether or not you believe it, that is the case. The owner of the drugstore actually does happen to have a daughter whose father owns a drugstore. This is no shit. He really does. After all, I wouldn't tell you he did if he didn't, and that's that. Almost collapsed in the heat just before getting through the doorway. Sweat was pouring from me by the gallons. Slowly pushed the door open with my left pinky finger so I could slowly crawl my way to the phone. Knee kept slipping over a banana peel that was left on the floor. So tired from all my efforts to get to the phone in this weather that I took a snooze again. case you wondered who I am, I'm unrelated to the Burusagi or Aidenegusia, or lineage head of the Tibertis Raparasa minor lineage, of the Raparasea major lineage of the Navarrese Basques of the house tower of Raparasa in the Bertis Valley in the territory of Bidasoa. And that is who I am. Whenever there's a name announced on TV that most Americans can't pronounce, this friend would always refer to the individual whose name it is as dog forehead, not cat forehead, or also forehead, but dog forehead. Trying to type a page of this phone while watching the reruns of Lunchtime Little Theater being run back and forwards on 10 TV screens in the Hall of Distortion mirrors and the speakeasy. By the beard of the Lord, beard of the Dobrodzic, also a rule of Poland, it's a drag. By the beard of the Lord Niesiecki, it's a drag. By the beard of the Lord of Biatrovic, it's a drag. By the beard of the Lord of Ognieva, it's a drag. By the beard of the Lord of Yelenyov, it's a drag. By the beard of the Magnus Procurator of Voyakov, it's a drag. By the beard of the Lord of one of the three families around Lubomitov, named Lubomitov of Drushkov Pusti, also in Little Poland, it's a drag. By the beard of the Lord of one of the other two Lubomlitov families of Drushkov Pusti, it's a drag. By the beard of the Lord Yeleny of Drushkov Pusti, it's a drag. By the beard of the Lord of the other family in Yeleny of Drushkov Pusti, it's a drag. By the beard of the Lord Turzina, somewhere in Prussia, it's a drag. By the beard of the Lord Zapiski of Prussia, it's a drag. By the beard of the Lord of Brochvich, near Kuti, it's a drag. By the beard of the Lord Yeleny of Vopati Tov, it's a drag. By the beard of the Lord Yeleny of Ognivov, it's a drag. By the beard of the Lord Yeleny of Lubomlitov in Prussia, it's a drag. By the beard of the Lord Lueki of Vopolitov, it's a drag. By the beard of the Lord Franciscovich of Vopolitov, it's a drag. By the beard of the Lord of the other family around, the other family named Franciscovich of Vopolitov, it's a drag. By the beard of the unofficial headman of the Krulgar family of the second out of 6 irregular subdivisions of the Sop district of Satyat, it's a drag. By the beard of the unofficial headman of the Chosting family of the third irregular subdivision of the Sop district of Satyat, it's a drag. By the beard of the unofficial headman of the Krulgar family of the fourth irregular subdivision of the Sop district of Satyat, it's a drag. By the beard of the unofficial headman of the Guard Song family of the fifth irregular subdivision of the Sop district of Satyat, it's a drag. By the beard of the Lord Skladonsky of Ognivov, it's a drag. By the beard of the Lord Lueki of Lubomlitov, it's a drag. By the beard of the Lord Franciscovich Hugo Mlito, it's a drag. By the beard of the Lord and the other politician of his family of Hugo Mlito, it's a drag. By the beard of the Lord Deliga, somewhere in Prussia, it's a drag. By the beard of the Lord Znamierovsky of Prussia, it's a drag. By the beard of the Prince Ostrogski of Little Poland, it's a drag. By the beard of the Krasnodar of Ludsky, it's a drag. By the beard of the Lord Dolus of Fronov, it's a drag. By the beard of the Lord Kusnitz of Fronov, it's a drag. By the beard of the Lord Voynich of Fronov, it's a drag. By the beard of the Lord Yirtoswap of Grafitov, also a little Poland, it's a drag. By the beard of the Lord Shava of Grafitov, it's a drag. By the beard of the Lord Yirta of Grafitov, it's a drag. By the beard of the Lord Clemens of Grafitov, it's a drag. By the beard of the Lord Milkovsky of Milkova near Kronov, it's a drag. By the beard of the Lord Korzensky of Wolfshovitov near Kronov, it's a drag. By the beard of the Lord Yevgensky of Pruzhenitsa, also near Kronov, it's a drag. By the beard of the Lord Trikovsky of Berkovica, it's a drag. By the beard of the Lord Vyazdoshkov of Berkovica, it's a drag. By the beard of the Lord Strugalov of Berkovica, it's a drag. By the beard of the Lord the other Strugalov family of Berkovica, it's a drag. By the beard of the Lord Skibov of Berkovica, it's a drag. By the beard of the Lord Svidrov of Berkovica, it's a drag. By the beard of the Lord Urbankov of Berkovica, it's a drag. By the beard of the Lord Plasirbov of Berkovica, it's a drag. By the beard of the Lord Stikov of Berkovica, it's a drag. By the beard of the Lord Zagimov of Berkovica, it's a drag. By the beard of the Lord Rakov Varnyavitov of Berkovica, it's a drag. By the beard of the Lord Strugawa of Wazach, it's a drag. By the beard of the Lord Kivka of Wazach, it's a drag. So you've got a degree in Luxembourgian art history. I'm sure City Hall might find a use for that 15 years from now. Not to mention Town Hall or Village Hall, or the Hall of Man in the Field Museum, possibly a proto-annexation to the Syrian border of Northtown, where there's probably about 1,100 applicants, all with their hair off because they want to look respectable, to be the chosen ones. It's a drag, cold out there. We all hunched up. Look, it's a drag. But by the beard of the Bishop of Ben-Bena, or Ben-Kenna in Africa Provincialaris, it's a drag. By the beard of the Procurator Fundi Ben-Benensis of Ben-Bena and certain other lands on the plain between what is now La Malaga and La Marsa, it's a drag. By the beard of the subdeacon of the first ecclesiastical region of Carthage in Africa Provincialaris, it's a drag. By the chin of, by the beard of one of the 6 acolytes or candle bearers of the first ecclesiastical region of Carthage, it's a drag. By the beard of one of the minor clerics of the first ecclesiastical region of Carthage, it's a drag. By the beard of the subdeacon of the second ecclesiastical region of Carthage, it's a drag. By the beard of one of the 6 acolytes of the second ecclesiastical region of Carthage, it's a drag. By the beard of one of the clerics of the second ecclesiastical region of Carthage, it's a drag. By the beard of the subdeacon of the third ecclesiastical region of Carthage, it's a drag. By the beard of one of the 6 acolytes of the third ecclesiastical region of Carthage, it's a drag. By the beard of one of the clerics of the third ecclesiastical region of Carthage, it's a drag. By the beard of the subdeacon of the fourth ecclesiastical region of Carthage, it's a drag. By the beard of one of the 6 acolytes of the fourth ecclesiastical region of Carthage, it's a drag. By the beard of one of the clerics of the fourth ecclesiastical region of Carthage, it's a drag. By the beard of the subdeacon of the fifth ecclesiastical region of Carthage, it's a drag. By the beard of one of the 6 acolytes of the fifth ecclesiastical region of Carthage, it's a drag. By the beard of the subdeacon of the 6th ecclesiastical region of Carthage, it's a drag. By the beard of one of the 6 acolytes of the 6th ecclesiastical region of Carthage, it's a drag. By the beard of one of the Probati Seniores, the local priests in charge of prayers of the Christian Coven Sanctuary somewhere near the hills of Brusa, near Carthage, is a drag. By the beard of the procurator of the villa on the site of the Nus al Carita, somewhere near Carthage, is a drag. By the beard of one of the Probati Seniores of the Basilica of the procurator Macrobius on the site of the Nus al Carita, it's a drag. By the beard of one of the Probati Seniores of the Basilica of the flanks of the hills of Brusa, it's a drag. By the beard of one of the Probati Seniores of the Church of the Martyr St. Stephen at Hippona in Africa Proconsularis in the Roman Prefecture of Italy, it's a drag. And by the beard of one of the Probati Seniores of the Basilica of Calulius of Carthage, it's a drag. By the beard of the Sacerdos, a priest of one of the churches named after one of the Christian martyrs or heretics of Sitifus, or Satif in the province of Mauritania, Sitifensis, of the Diocese of Africa, it's a drag. By the beard of one of the Probati Seniores of the church named after the same Christian martyr of Sitifus, it's a drag. But by the beard of the sacerdoce of one of the churches named after one of the Christian martyrs of Maktar. It's a drag. By the beard of one of the Prabhati Signores of one of the churches named after one of the Christian martyrs of one of the other Christian martyrs of Maktar. It's a drag. By the beard of the sacerdoce of one of the basilicas named after one of the Christian martyrs near the site of La Marca. It's a drag. By the beard of one of the Prabhati Signores of the same basilica, named after the same Christian martyr near the site of La Marsa. It's a drag. By the beard of the sacerdoce of one of the basilicas named after one of the Christian martyrs somewhere in the plain between the sites of La Malga and Sidi Bouzid. It's a drag. By the beard of one of the Prabhati Signores of the same basilica named after the same Christian martyr of the plain between La Malga and Sidi Bouzid. It's a drag. By the beard of the sacerdoce of one of the basilicas named after one of the Christian martyrs on the site of Bar el Jibir. It's a drag. By the beard of one of the Prabhati Signores of the same basilica named after the same Christian martyr on the site of Bir el Jiblana. It's a drag. By the beard of the sacerdoce of one of the basilicas named after one of the Christian martyrs on the site of El Kram. That's a drag. By the beard of one of the Prabhati Signores of the same basilica named after the same Christian martyr on the site of El Kram. That's a drag. By the beard of the sacerdoce of one of the basilicas named after one of the Christian martyrs on the site of Lamta. It's a drag. By the beard of one of the Prabhati Signores of the same basilica named after the same Christian martyr on the site of Lamta. It's a drag. By the beard of the sacerdoce of one of the basilicas named after one of the Christian martyrs on the site of Sfax. It's a drag. By the beard of one of the Prabhati Signores of the same basilica named after the same Christian martyr on the site of Sfax. It's a drag. By the beard of the Novatian Bishop of Carthage. It's a drag. By the beard of the Donatist Bishop of Carthage. It's a drag. By the beard of the dissident Donatist Bishop of Carthage. It's a drag. By the chin of one of the patricians of the Paktioni family of Kirta, or the Kirtan Confederacy, or Confederation, the colonies of Ruzakade, Kulu and Milev, or Wineria Ruzakade, Mineria Kulu, and San Remus Milev. It's a drag. By the chin of one of the patricians of the Ari family of the Kirtan Confederacy. It's a drag. By the chin of one of the patricians of the Gamini family of the Kirtan Confederacy. It's a drag. By the chin of one of the patricians of the Loni family of Castellum Tripolitanorum, somewhere in the territory of the Kirtan Confederacy. It's a drag. By the chin of one of the most outstanding patricians of the Antisti family of Tbilisi. In the plateau region of the eastern part of the Kirtan Confederacy. It's a drag. By the chin of the Sacerdos Fetialis, or priest of the Antuti family of Tbilisi. It's a drag. By the chin of the Adjutor Tubalari, our official in charge of keeping records of the number of imperial slaves of Aquae Tbilitani and Africa Provincialis. Is a drag. By the chin of the attendant of the Antisti family in charge of collecting harvests of certain lands in the region, sometimes called a territory, sometimes an area of Tbilisi. Is a drag. By the chin of the Curialis, or magistrate of the colony of Udina, somewhere near Carthage. It's a drag. By the beard of one of the priests of the temple of Apollo of Maktar. It's a drag. By the beard of one of the lesser cult officials of the temple of Apollo of Maktar. It's a drag. By the beard of one of the adorers of the temple of Apollo of Maktar. It's a drag. By the chin of the Magister Tbilitani, or magistrate of the Antisti family of the grotto of what is now Jebel Taya, somewhere near Tbilisi. It's a drag. By the chin of the patrician of the Antisti family of the villa on the site of Antaya. It's a drag. By the chin of one of the patricians of the Antisti family of Keltianus. It's a drag. By the chin of one of the patricians of the Antisti family of Kirta proper. It's a drag. like you ain't got no clothes except for this green sleeve. Just a fraction of clothes you see. Better a fraction of a clove than a fraction of a clove. You're standing there by the cactus that grows amidst these arctic blasts in front of the bank of the drawbridge of Northtown McLeaners, where the punk version of 80 Gourmet smoke gets in your eyes. It's sung and played by Joan Baez, Woody Allen, Steve Allen, Tiny Tim, Mickey Rooney, Ann Landers, and Foghat. It's a drag. Yeah, that's a drag. Yeah, that is a drag. That's a drag. By the beard of the chieftain of the Larnachs, a branch of the McLarens, it's a drag. By the beard of the chieftain of the Leans, a branch of the clan Maclean of Duart, it's a drag. By the beard of the chieftain of the Blacks or Mackeldoos, another branch of the Macleans of Duart, of the island of Gomatra, it's a drag. By the beard of the chieftain of the Blacks of the island of Lismore, it's a drag. By the beard of the hereditary piper of the Rankins or Mac Rankins, or Clan Vickrang, formerly Clan Dulla, to the Macleans of Duart, it's a drag. By the beard of the hereditary piper of the Rankins or Mac Rankins, to the Laird of Cole, it's a drag. By the beard of the chieftain of the Maclurgan or Macrilla Fergan, another branch of the Macleans of Duart, it's a drag. By the beard of the chieftain of the Gilsians, also known as the Gillans or Gillans, another branch of the Macleans of Dochgaroch, it's a drag. By the beard of the chieftain of the Logans, a branch of the clan Macklin, and it's a drag.
Tell me, what's your name? And where's Charlie Moore. Charlie Moore. Now, where do you come from? I come from Vietnam. From where? My way to Brazil. No, but I mean, where's your home? In Beirut, my home. In Lebanon. Look, what did you call this thing that you pick with? This? Yeah. Eagle. No, but how do you call it in your language? Rishi. 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 Rishi.